Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing the NFL Week 6 predictions, but I have to say something before we get into this video. I was editing this predictions video yesterday. I completely made the video yesterday on Wednesday, right before the 49ers and Seahawks, or right before this 49ers and Seahawks game happens at 8:15 tonight. Just want to quickly say that my file corrupted. Well, at least I was able to get my normal video footage back from when I recorded yesterday's NFL Week 6 predictions. I was able to get that back, but I have to re-edit this, or had to re-edit this. And yeah, so this is coming out Thursday. And that's all I wanted to quickly say. Enjoy the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be doing NFL Week 6 predictions. And yeah, last week I did not do pretty good. I went 6-8 for picks. It's been a tragedy this year for picking teams to win and lose, and lots of upsets going across the board. People are losing jobs, and the NFL is going haywire right now. I mean, there's teams that you didn't expect to win a lot of games, winning a lot of games. There's a lot of teams that are losing a lot of games that you expected to win a lot of games. I mean, the NFL is just going all over the place. And also, before we get right into these predictions, I want to mention that I'm going to be putting some NFL teams' logos that I created onto my projector screen to make it look a lot more better than the tier list, because I feel like the tier list is just more bland and boring and kind of a mess. And then also new thumbnails, getting better at my editing and all that fun stuff. But for week 1 predictions, let's start it off with Thursday Night Football tomorrow, and that is the 49ers traveling to Lumen Field to take on the Seahawks. The 49ers, Purdy, yeah, I don't know. Purdy, I mean, yeah, lack of weapons, but, I mean, Purdy, I don't know. Purdy is kind of a weird quarterback. He can have good games when everybody's healthy, but when one person on that team is hurt, it's kind of wacky for him. And with all those weapons, I mean, it's kind of crazy. Throwing 2 interceptions against the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, and then their defense was kind of an issue too, letting Kyler Murray pass or do whatever he wanted on the field for a little bit. Kind of slowed him down in the second and third quarter, but the fourth quarter got started back up and they claimed the win. And yeah, kind of a rough game for the 49ers. Meanwhile, the Seahawks lost to the Giants, letting Daniel Jones look good, which is crazy. That's tragic, Seahawks. What are you doing? 29-20 is unacceptable against the Giants. And then also letting a guy named Tyrone Tracy Jr. run all over the Seahawks, which I don't even know who that guy is. I don't even know who he was in this league. But he just ran all over him. And the Seahawks, it's kind of like they're going to fall apart here, because I just don't know. Again, this is going back to I don't know if Geno Smith is the guy for the Seahawks. Yes, they got a new coach and all that, but I mean, it's looking like they're going to fall apart. Losing to Giants, and then just looking super sharp in 3 straight games, and now you're starting to look a little funky. It's like old Seahawk vibes. And they're going to host a tough team, which, it's at home. You think you should be able to get this win. They're a little bit banged up. But I got the 49ers coming on top 24-17. I think the Niners will still be able to. I think their defense will bounce back. The Seahawks now have not looked that sharp on offense for a while. I mean, they do look sharp, but Geno Smith against tough defenses it don't look good. So therefore, I'm taking the Niners to come away with the win, 24-17. Next game you got the Jaguars at Chicago Bears in London, the next London football game. The Jaguars, Yeah, the Jaguars looked pretty good against Indianapolis. I'm glad I picked them to win that game. Joe Flacco obviously still tearing up their defense. Had 3 touchdowns, went 33 for 44, 359 yards. Trevor Lawrence had a really phenomenal day. Tank Bigsby ran all over the place. Brian Thomas Jr. And that team just came together against the Colts. Yes, there might not have been much defense, but I mean the offense was just there for it. For finally, mostly in that second half. And you gotta admit, are the Jaguars? You just don't know. Are the Jaguars gonna come back from starting really bad, or are they not? Who knows? 0-4 start is tragic. Got their win. We'll see how they do. The Chicago Bears, on the other hand, Caleb Williams, I was wrong about you, buddy. I was wrong about you. Had them losing to the Carolina Panthers, but they won. Destroyed them. They ran the ball efficiently. Caleb Williams is looking more comfortable as the season goes on. The defense is playing well. Therefore, I have the Chicago Bears. Kind of not really a blowout, but kind of a blowout. 27-11 against the Jaguars. I just cannot trust the Jacksonville Jaguars just yet because they can look good one week and then they can just look garbage next week. Maybe they'll get a late touchdown and 2-point conversion. 27-11 final score for that. Next game you got is the Cardinals taking on the Green Bay Packers. The Cardinals knocking off the 49ers, which I did not expect. But they had all of it there, shutting out the 49ers in the second half, which really got them the win. And, it was just pandemonium in that game. Kyler Murray looked good. Looked really good against the 49ers defense. Michael Wilson had some yards against that game. And Kyler Murray, the Cardinals just need to figure out if Kyler Murray's going to stay healthy and how long he can play good for. Because if he can play good and stay healthy, he's a great quarterback to keep. But if he gets injured again, I don't know what you do at that point. But talking about the Packers, on the other hand, Jordan Love in the end zone throws a pick 6. Tries to Mahomes it, and he could not because he is not Patrick Mahomes. And yeah, but the Packers overall, they had this game in the bag. Jordan Love looked good except for that interception. Tucker Kraft had himself 2 touchdowns in a game of 88 yards. And yeah, Packers really love to have Jordan Love back now. The Rams, beating up that Rams offense, or covering that Rams offense, which really had no playmakers, but Stafford obviously got it to him. So, but that's besides the point. Taking on the Cardinals, which, I don't know, man. This is a pick 'em again, because I don't know if I trust the Packers yet either. Jordan Love has looked a little shaky, but at the same time, the Cardinals have lost some games that they kind of could have won. So, Cardinals have been really good. I am going to take the Packers here, though. 31-26, a high-scoring game. And we'll just see what happens in that game. But I have the Packers winning. Won't be shocked if the Cardinals came away with the win. But yeah, I have to take the Packers before I start trusting the Cardinals. Next game, you got Colts and Titans. What a garbage battle game this is going to be. Unless Joe Flacco's still starting. Who knows? The Colts, on the other hand, came short against the Jaguars. Joe Flacco did look amazing in that game. That was pretty much it for the Colts. I don't know. Colts maybe, I don't know what you do at this point. Yes, you got a quarterback that's just playing really good right now. But at the same time, you got to see what Richardson has in him. Not sure if he's going to be able to come back in this game. Not sure how many weeks he was supposed to be out. Potentially comes back for this game. On the other hand, the Titans, they were happy to get a bye week. Really happy. They were so happy to get a bye week. Because the game before that was very ugly. Will Levis obviously getting injured in that game, though. Everybody hopes for him to come back. Well, maybe hopes for him to come back because he's been throwing a lot of interceptions, and that's just what's been hurting the Titans. If he comes back, we'll just see what happens. I don't know if I trust the Colts, and I really don't trust the Titans. This is basically another pick for you game. I am going to take the Titans here to win because I trust them. I like that offense a little bit more than the Colts. And I also like that defense a little bit more than the Colts. Will Levis, he's doing a lot of picks. At some point, you think he's going to stop doing a lot of picks. So hopefully this is the game that he doesn't throw a lot of picks. And I got the Titans winning 23-19 against the Colts. And for the next game, you got the Texans at Patriots. The Texans beating the Buffalo Bills in overtime, I believe. Yeah, what a game. Or not in overtime. In regular time, I mean. I thought they went in overtime, but my bad on that one. CJ Stroud just looks amazing, man. Cam Akers, I mean, not much run game now without Joe Mixon. But Cam Akers is filling in decently for him. For now, Nico Collins having a big touchdown. Not much going on there, though. Nico Collins actually got placed on IR, which is really going to hurt the Texans a lot again, going against this really tough New England defense. And on the other side, New England, yeah, I mean, they're just ready for their season to end, and, well, they're just ready for Drake May, which they are getting Drake May in this game. I mean, they're starting Drake May here. Jacoby Brissett is just bad. I mean, he's not a good quarterback, and Ramondre Stevenson is the only guy that's actually doing good for him. And they were unable to beat the Tyler Huntley Dolphins, which also was that game was a pick'em to me. But this should be a pretty close game, or closer game, because of a lot of weapons that the Houston Texans lost. Obviously, they got Tank Dell. He's going to get more involved now. Stephon Diggs is still there. Cam Akers can run efficiently. Dalton Schultz, I think, is still there. They still got weapons. I am going to take the Texans here again, though. Don't think they'll lose to New England. Drake May. We don't know what we're going to see out of Drake May. We only saw a little bit out of him against the Jets at the end of the game. Wasn't really much. There, he took him down a little bit downfield, but we'll see what Drake May can do. Patriots fans are just excited to see him. And he's returned, and they're coming back at home, so I am going to take the Texans 27-13 to beat the Patriots. I think it's going to be lower scoring for the Texans. I don't think they're going to blow them out or anything because of lack of, injuries on their team right now. You would hope Joe Mixon returns for this game, but who knows? He didn't practice, apparently, so we'll see what happens there. Next game, we got Buccaneers at Saints. The Buccaneers falling short against the Falcons on Thursday Night Football. Upsetting game for them. Even though I did take the Atlanta, I thought my pick was just about to get blown out the water. Thank goodness it makes me look a little bit better. Take Atlanta. But the Buccaneers falling just short in overtime against them. And what a game it was, though. Baker Mayfield looked good. The run game looked a little bit much better. The defense did not. Letting up 500 yards to Kirk Cousins, which is tragic. That's pretty tragic, but, I mean, what else can you do when you're in prime? I don't know. Anyways, on the other hand, you got the Saints. Yeah, the Saints. The Saints getting kind of destroyed against the Chiefs. Barely had time of possession. The Chiefs almost doubled their time of possession against the Saints, and the Saints really didn't have no opportunities at all. Derek Carr, he's already been benched. He's getting benched now. Spencer Rattler looks to be starting against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is definitely going to give the Buccaneers an advantage, but I'm going to take the Buccaneers here. I think Spencer Rattler should be a fun quarterback to watch. His first game might be a rocky start, but I am going to take the Buccaneers 34-23. Excited to see if he can score some points for him. I do have him scoring points for him. Should be really cool to see Spencer Rattler and the Saints. But the next game you got is the Browns at the Eagles. The Browns. I mean, as soon as that game started, it was over. I mean, literally, it was just over in the second quarter. Losing to the Commanders, which is crazy, man. I mean, the Commanders are just looking like a phenomenal team. And the thing is, the Browns, Jaden Daniels did not play his best game. He didn't. I mean, he played good, but he didn't play like his best game. And they still got dominated by him. But, I mean, the Browns is just... I mean, I don't know what you do. I mean, if I'm Cleveland, I'm starting Deshaun Watson for like 3 more games, and then I'm just benching him for Jameis Winston. Might be able to see him get benched this week. Probably going to get destroyed by the Eagles, but in my book, it's going to say something otherwise. And then the Eagles, they had a bye week after the Saints game. Dallas Goedert coming clutch for them in that game, I believe. I believe that was the game before that. And yeah, I mean, the Eagles had a nice little bye. See what they'll look like coming against the Cleveland Browns, which just seem to get destroyed left and right. But I have an offensive game here. I have the Eagles winning 35-28. Unexpected offensive game from the Browns. I think Deshaun Watson's probably going to... Deshaun Watson, he's going to start showing some flashes here. Now, look. This could either age poorly or just go super well on my pick. I'm going to take the Eagles, though, or the Browns to fall short against the Eagles in an offensive battle, 28-35, and I know that's probably not the safest pick, but the Eagles' defense has looked a lot shaky before. It's kind of worrying to see the defense look like that, but, I mean, it is what it is. The Eagles have an offense. They're going to run the ball all over the Browns. They're going to pass all over the place. I'm sure Deshaun Watson's going to want to be able to actually try to play football. It's just a weird game. I just have the Cleveland Browns scoring points. They haven't been able to score many points. I don't think they have actually scored 20 points in a game yet. Unexpected one here to score 28. Not a good pick, but I just something smells fishy about this game. So there's that. Next game you got is the Commanders at Ravens. Ugh. I do not want to hear the Ravens ever again. But the Commanders beating Cleveland. Jaden Daniels didn't have his best game. Brian Robinson Jr. did not have his best game either. And they still demolished them by 21 points. The Commanders' defense just, blocked whatever Deshaun Watson was throwing at him. Honestly, I mean, it's kind of crazy. The Commanders are 4-1. Never expected it. And now, I mean, just the lack of weapons on the Commanders. Can you imagine if they kept Curtis Samuel? It'd been crazy. Washington would actually be a really good contender this year. But their defense wouldn't. Their defense is still meh. But the Commanders, you're getting wins. Going into Baltimore, I believe, right? Yeah, they're going to Baltimore to take on the Ravens, which in a game of the year against the Cincinnati Bengals went into overtime, and they got lucky off a muffed field goal, punt thing, Ugh. I just don't want to talk about it. And then Derrick Henry ran for 60 yards or whatever to ice the game for a field goal, and that was pretty much it. The Ravens got the win 41-38 in overtime, which is probably game of the year here. And it's good for the Ravens. I mean, Lamar Jackson balled out, etc. The run game really wasn't getting going until that last play in overtime, or the second to last play in overtime. And yeah, the Ravens got the win. I originally was going to take the Commanders here, but I'm actually going to take the Ravens here. The Commanders, they can have so many wins before they can start losing some games. I don't think the Commanders are going to be bad. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game for some reason. I mean, 2 high-scoring games, it could equal a low-scoring game. So I'm going to take the Ravens 21-17. Commanders should keep it close. Maybe the defense plays a little better. Or, starts getting a lot more better, too. Starts playing like they did against Cleveland, even though Deshaun Watson is complete dookie water, but we'll see. I'm taking the Ravens, sadly, 21-17 against the Commanders, because the Ravens are a hot team right now, and I don't mean that in a weird way. Next game, we got Chargers at Broncos. The Chargers had a bye week. Before that, got beat by the Kansas City Chiefs, fell short. They got shut out in 3 other quarters. And, yeah, that was pretty much it. The Chargers, though, they're keeping in pace for the AFC. They're 2-2, not looking too bad. Going against the Denver Broncos team, which, what the heck? What is this Broncos team, man? What is it? Like, dude, how are they 3-2? Like, what? The Broncos going 3-2 with Bo Nix, it tells you that this season has went haywire. I mean, it's crazy. The Broncos being 3-2, and they destroyed the Raiders on top of that. Bo Nix looked like a good quarterback, and the Broncos defense is actually playing really well, which a lot of people expected it would pass the Tan and a lot of those other key defenders, but the offensive side of the ball is really what was the question this year. Everybody thought they were going to be really bad because of Bo Nix, going to have struggles in his rookie season. But he has had some really bad struggles in like the first 3 weeks, and he's actually looked pretty solid now. He's getting in the hang of things. Broncos. Glad to see the Broncos happy, says a Bengals fan. But I am going to take the Chargers to bounce back here, 20-27. I just don't know. The Broncos, okay. If you win this game, if the Broncos win this game, I will start taking them more. If they don't, then I won't really much. Because it's just hard to predict. You see Jim Harbaugh running the ball and have Justin Herbert, all those weapons, versus the Broncos, which really don't have much other than Courtland Sutton and Pat Surtain. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's just is Bo Nix gonna play well game? It's like a 50-50 coin flip if he is. But for that, I'm gonna take the Chargers 27-20. Good performance by the Broncos, though. If they keep it up, they could be seeing themselves in a playoff spot, which is what the heck? Like, what is this season? I mean, it's haywire. It's absolute madness. But yeah, Chargers win 27-20. Enough yapping about them. Steelers at Raiders is the next game. The Steelers played until 1 a.m. because of weather delays. And the storm on Sunday Night Football against the Cowboys fell short against them. Somehow almost won that game, even though Justin Fields got a little bit banged up. He also did not play his best game. And they still have some sort of an offense, which is really surprising. I mean, that's just Steeler football, I guess. And, the Steelers, they're such an odd team. I mean, they started off strong, and now they just look like they're kind of falling off of that momentum. Obviously, that last play was not what they wanted to see on the TV last night. Or that one night, Sunday night, pardon me. But, going against the Raiders, which got demolished by the Broncos, Devontae Adams probably never going to play with the Raiders ever again, as he wants a trade. And it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I don't know what you do if you're... I mean, the Raiders came in with a lot of like hope for the season. I mean, yes, they're 2-3, not expecting a big like record, but I mean, still going 2-3 to start the season, kind of rough. Gardner Minshew played like complete garbage in that game. Threw a lot of turnovers. Aiden O'Connell came in. He threw a turnover. It's just the quarterback battle and receiver lacking team right now. Brock Bowers, though, give him props. He's looking like phenomenal tight end right now. And you got to love to see that if you're a Raiders fan, at least. That gives you some hope and optimism. Their defense has not been playing too bad or too well at the same time. And they've kind of been banged up on the defense, too. So we'll see if the defense improves when they start getting some guys healthy. Hopefully they can figure out their quarterback situation quick and maybe try to trade for a really good receiver and see if they can keep that keep that momentum going. Try to get themselves a playoff spot, because I had them getting a playoff spot. And right now, it's not looking like anybody in that division other than the Chiefs are going to get a playoff spot. Maybe potentially the Broncos, but other than that, I don't know. Chargers, maybe. I mean, it's all maybe right now. But I am going to actually take the Raiders here in an upset. I just don't know if I can trust the Steelers' offense. I mean, Justin Fields has been playing solid at least, but he hasn't really done anything to impress me. He's not taking deep shots, really. He's been really... it's weird. He's not been really running all over the place like he used to. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm going to take the Raiders in an ugly game, 16-13. We'll see who starts. Potentially Aiden O'Connell starts this game. Maybe he looks a little bit better than Minshew. Hopefully, you hope he does. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That is into it, as far as I know. Next game you got is the Lions at Cowboys. The Lions getting themselves a bye week, I believe. Yeah, got themselves a bye week. Starting the season pretty strong. Had yourself a game against the Seahawks before going on the bye. Got a huge win. Jared Goff had a perfect completion percentage of 100%. 18 for 18, I think. And it's just crazy. That was a crazy football game, but they had a bye week. Coming into this game, going against the Cowboys, which did not look that great against the Steelers either. They came up clutch at the end with Tolbert with that catch. And a lot of the problem with me for the Cowboys is honestly receiver lacking right now. They're lacking at receiver. CeeDee Lamb cannot do everything. They're expecting him to do a lot. Ferguson, I think he's been banged up. He has not been getting many targets. Brandon Cooks has been injured. Prescott has not been playing his best football too. Let's be honest. Throwing a couple picks throwing a pick or two against the Steelers. I forgot what he threw, but I believe it was 2 interceptions. Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions against the Steelers. Just coming up clutch. And I don't know how... I just don't know if I could trust the Cowboys to win a game if they play like that every week. But guys, this is the NFL. Upsets happen. I got the Cowboys beating the Lions. This is probably going to be a dookie pick. But I got them winning, very short. Very, very short. Again, 28-27. It should be a fun game no matter what. Defense is out on Dallas. Offense can play when Prescott's going. Other than that, who knows? But I got the Dallas Cowboys upsetting the Lions. Not kind of an upset. They're hosting the game too. That should give them some more hope. Give them some more home field advantage in that. 28-7. Dallas wins that game. Next game, you got Falcons at Panthers. The Falcons. Kirk Cousins throwing for 500 yards. Throwing lots of touchdowns. Coming up clutch in overtime. Took a Darryl Hodge. And, Drake London, their connection's been getting stronger and stronger as the year progresses. He's got 3 touchdowns already. Drake London's looking like the Drake London that everybody wanted to see coming out of the draft, but they had a quarterback situation, Dookie Ritter, and now they have their quarterback, and they're ready to try to get a playoff spot. And the Falcons, they came up big against the Buccaneers. Kirk Cousins threw a dot to Darryl Hodge, and he just took it to the house. After Drake London got a little banged up, I think. Or came out the game or whatever. And that was just clutch time for the Falcons. Falcons had themselves a night over there. And they're taking on, which should be an easy game against the Panthers. The Panthers, we got to talk about them. It's bad. Their quarterback situation, I think they're going to try to restart Bryce Young now after getting beat by the Bengals and Bears. And you're just like, what else do we do at this point? If you're a Panthers fan. I got the Falcons winning 25-6 in this game. Honestly, weird score. But I can't trust the Panthers. I took them in this game because I thought Andy Dalton maybe could play a little bit better now try to get this offense going since Bryce Young couldn't do it. Because I don't think their offense is actually really that bad. Because they got Leggett, Johnson, Thielen's kind of banged up though. They got some tight end depth. I mean, Carolina's not bad on offense. It's just their quarterback play for it. Can't even see what the offense does because you have no quarterback play. But yeah, I am taking the Falcons 25-6 in that game. Odd score, yes, I know. Next game, you got Sunday Night Football. Okay, there, buddy. You got the Bengals taking on the Giants. Do I really gotta watch the Bengals again? As a Bengals fan, that Ravens game almost made me eat my table. Like, I'm not even joking. That made me rage so bad. Because Burrow, this Bengals offense, has looked in like almost near like in its prime. Honestly, I'm gonna say it. It's looking like better than the 2021 Bengals we know and love. Burrow is literally in his prime. Jamar Chase is balling. T. Higgins is balling, and everybody's balling on the Bengals offensive side of the ball. The defense, though, is just pure trash. Lamar Jackson went down the field, like, deep in their own territory. Like, went down the field from, like, the 10-yard line in 4 plays and got 2 touchdowns or 3. That is just pure dumb. And then at the end of the game, I know Burrow threw an interception. It really wasn't his fault. Bad route by Chase. Although Ravens took it to overtime. But not only that, the punter couldn't get the freaking snap off. So we missed the field goal. And then the defense had to just ruin the game again. Let Derrick Henry run when they were stopping the run pretty well. And I had it drawn up like that even though they weren't. They were letting the Lamar Jackson cook up. And they just made Lamar Jackson just look so good. And we're 9-1 against him. I mean, it's so dumb. We had so much hype going into the season, thinking, oh, the Bengals not gonna not gonna have an 0-2 start. Yet we go 1-4. We're starting 0-3 actually, matter of fact, and then we're starting 1-4. For this Bengals team, they need to win this game tonight on Sunday Night Football. If not, it's gonna be ugly. The Giants, on the other hand, Daniel Jones looked pretty good against the Seahawks, and even without Malik Neighbors, not sure when he's going to return. Tracy Jones Jr. had a good game, or Tyrone Tracy Jr. I should say Tyrone is wild, by the way, but yeah, Giants just don't know how they're going to look. Their defense plays solid, and that's what the Giants defense is supposed to do. They're supposed to play solid and let the offense do the work, which they're going against Cincinnati, which I don't even know who, if, honestly, and then Zach Taylor, man, bad play calling. You have he's got literally the best quarterback, other than Mahomes, whatever, call it stupid, whatever. I know it's dumb, but, talking about Mahomes, but, I mean, you got a quarterback that can pass the ball, and you're just running the ball 3 times in a row and losing a yard on almost all the plays. And then you're just having McPherson, like, make the field goal. I mean, it's so dumb. The play calling is getting ridiculous. And if we end up losing this game, I want to see somebody fired because it is going to be terrible. And our defense, and the biggest thing is, though, the defense needs to play better. Dax Hill is out for the year, I think, too, which is going to really hurt again. I think we signed some practice squad guys. Hopefully they can step in. Who knows what's going to happen. This defense really needs all the help. The offense is doing the work. And they're staying really consistent on the offense, which surprises me. But the defense is just, oh my goodness. We need to get this defense together. I am going to take the Bengals here to win 10-30. Not sure if I can trust the Giants offense either against a bad Bengals defense. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say the defense is really bad. Until I can see the defense start playing better, I'm calling it bad for now on. But Bengals, if you don't get this win, I literally never want to watch a football game from you guys anymore. Because, I mean, this is stupid. You have all this talent, and you're just wasting it on all these annoying defensive losses. Coming up short, almost 6 points every game, near 6 points. And it's just, it makes me mad, dude. Oh my goodness, I just want to eat a table. But anyways, enough yapping about that game. Monday Night Football, you got the Bills heading to New York. The game that we were supposed to see in Week 1 last year. But we did get to see it, but Aaron Rodgers was not the quarterback in this case. Got hurt before snaps. And the Bills had a rough game against the Texans. Josh Allen completing 9 of 30 of his passes. I mean, Shakir getting hurt. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the Bills looking like another team that might collapse. Which could be normal, but Josh Allen cannot do all the work. That's the thing, and that's what's been the problem. It's just lack of playmakers. Who's going to do all the playmaking? They kept it close. It wasn't ugly, but I mean, they could have won that game though, and it would have been ugly. But yeah, the Bills just really need to get their playmakers on track. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they lost to the Vikings, which came up short. They were about to come back from a what was like a 17-0 deficit, I think, or something like that. Some on the lines of that. In London, Aaron Rodgers throwing a pick six, throwing 2 interceptions, not looking that good. And that's kind of scary if you're a Jets fan. You really want Aaron Rodgers to look good. And I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to look that bad forever. Let's be honest. Coming away with I don't know if Shakir is playing for this game. If he is, the Buffalo Bills might win this game. If he doesn't, I'm just going to go with if he doesn't. And what team I like is better right now. I'm going to put it in overtime. We got an overtime game again here. I got the Jets winning 26-20. And also, that is the end of these predictions. Hopefully the Bengals win, man. I do not want to see another week of this defense. And I swear if they let Daniel Jones pass for like 400 yards, I'm literally going to eat somebody's table and I'm going to eat my NFL team. I mean, it's literally making me lose my mind. Fans are so mad. After that Derrick Henry run, too, I noticed that all the fans already started running or getting off the stadium. I would have done the same thing. It's ridiculous. BS defense. Anyways, that's the end of these picks and predictions. Wait, actually, no, it's not. Here's the bye week teams. Well, I don't really need to say this, but we do have some bye week teams, which is the Chiefs, Vikings, Dolphins, Rams, teams that we don't even talk about anyways. But just letting you know that they're all on byes. Those teams are. That's the end of this video, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And hope you guys like this new thing I did. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully my Bengals win. If not, I probably will never make a video on YouTube again. I mean, what? I'm just kidding. Just kidding, I will, but man, heartbreaking for Bengals fans right now to see their defense just play like it's like you know how CTB made a meme about Washington's college offense? Well, guess what? You guys are playing like college defenses right now. Do not disrespect anybody until you actually play good. But anyways, that's the end of this video, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe and like. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite NFL teams and what do you think about these picks. Anyways, that should do it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed and peace out.